Happy Election Day, fam, and welcome to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Extreme volatility. Bitcoin recaptured 70,000. We're going up. We're going down. Historic day here in the United States and all around the world as all eyes on the U.S. election, which is today, November 5th. In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest technical analysis. We'll also be discussing Microsoft risk shareholder lawsuit if it ignores Bitcoin and the prices rise. I'll be breaking down this report, as well as Fundstrat's Tom Lee says market set to rally into the year end regardless of the election winner. I'll be sharing these predictions from Thomas Lee of Fundstrat. We'll also be discussing, is a Trump win confirmed? Well, Jim Cramer says the markets predict Harris to win. Inverse Cramer all the way. We'll also be discussing Bitcoin price target as 120,000, says analysts, as the key metric. Flips bullish. We'll also be discussing Hellish U.S. debt scenario can propel the Bitcoin price to $1 million by this particular date. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this plus so much motherfucking more in today's show. Welcome everyone to the live stream. Historic day amongst us. Pump the likes to pump the stream. JV live it in the flesh. I'm streaming live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. Welcome to today's historic live stream. Go ahead and make sure to repost the stream over on X. I'm going to go ahead and pin it at the top of the profile. That way it's easy for everyone to find. And of course, it's election day, so big day for everyone around the world. I just went ahead and pinned the stream to the top of the profile. If you guys could heart it, repost it, it's greatly appreciated. The broadcast is officially live. So it's going to be a pretty epic day. I do have a poll up for myself here on the YouTube. Who did you vote for? I also did this similar poll on X yesterday, and 80% voted for Trump. This is my audience. 80% voted for Trump, 4% for Kamala, and then there was like 12% did not vote, etc. So here's a new poll up. Let me know if you guys already voted and or who you're voting for if you haven't casted your vote yet. Shout out everyone in the live chat. We got Crypto Surge, you heard, East Afro King, Short Coin, Digital Dankness, Sean Blake in the building, the one and only Don George, Juan Espino. Welcome everybody to the live stream, and shout out everyone in advance for the repost on the stream. El Brandino, Fairground, JC, just reposted your family, and greatly appreciate y'all support. Historic day, Trump pump in play. We already tackled 70,500. Again, extreme volatility is to be expected on election day, but a lot of bullishness in the market. I think you guys are going to really appreciate. Hey JV, watching from Cornwall, England. Shout out to the UK fam-a-lam. Good to have you here with us here. Shout out to the fairground. Let's go.
Oh my gosh, it's finally almost here. JV is going to talk to us. Crypto news is near. I can't stand waiting. There is no debating. I waited all day. Maybe I need a life, but Bitcoin is all I can think about day and night. Hurry, JV.
Welcome everyone just joining us. JV live and in the flesh, November 5th, election day, historic day for the books to be remembered. Will Trump win? Will Kamala win? We'll be discussing a lot of things regarding the markets with the election, a lot of predictions. We'll be doing some technical analysis. It's going to be a jam-packed show. I'm looking forward to it. Shout out everyone just joining us. What up, B Rice, Sydney, Australia representing. Shout out to my Aussies. Shout out to my Kiwis. Shout out Short Coin. I appreciate the repost over on X. Let's see how many eyeballs we can get on today's stream. Shout out Aviv. Appreciate the reposts as well. Keep the comments a-flowing. Yeah, yo. Who do you think is going to win the election? Let me know. I'm going to read the comments before we kick off the show. Hello, all. And JV, better days are coming for the biddy. Happy days, family. Sunday, Monday, Bitcoin days. Tuesday, Wednesday, Bitcoin days. Thursday, Friday, Bitcoin days. Saturday, StackSat and BTC. You know how we do. At least Bitcoin's up 1,600 on the day. Not too shabby. Congratulations to all my whole coiners out there, all my whales, all my shrimps, and everything in between, holding down the fort. welcome to the stream. Shout out Mr. Corvette. Good to have you here, live and in the flesh. Shout out to the moderators. Always an honor. JC Ice keeping it 100. Trump back on top. Yes, 61% on Poly Market, which represents the betting lines. That's what's up. Shout out Mateus. Just gifted a membership of the channel to Laser Cat. Please show Mateus some love there, Laser, and congratulations. Welcome as a member of the show. For those that don't know, on the YouTube and on the Rumble, you can become a member, which gets you some perks, including that sexy badge next to your name, and your name is going to turn green. It means you're a member, and whenever I read the comments, I always gravitate towards the members. So thank you guys. Greatly appreciate the support. Big day amongst us. Who's going to win the election? Will there be even an announcement today, or will it be to the end of the week? We don't know. Anything can happen. So let's play it by ear. Hey, all, leaving for 10 days in Canada tomorrow, says Ray, but I'll be keeping close watch on the happenings. Right on, Ray. Appreciate the heads up. Shout out VZ. What up, homies? Regardless of who wins, I saw last night. I am totally confident again. Here's who's the big winner is. Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Dankness, appreciate the disclaimer. This is not financial advice. The information provided is from recent news articles for entertainment and discussion only. Always do your own research before investing into the crypto. Well said, brother. Couldn't have said it better myself. I voted for the Trump, so we gotta get a God candle. Right on, Cubbo. Send the Trump pump. After the election, I saw charts from George on crypto or us, and last night it shows 60,000 is the new 10 G's. Baby. Well, here's what typically happens if history is to rhyme. Post-election, Bitcoin price never returns to the price pre-election. This is what history shows us. And what a great way. We'll kick off the show by showing you some of the facts. How about that? So check this out. I'm going to pull up a couple of facts. So Bitcoin pumped 2,700%. I know it's glary. I'm going to read it to you. Bitcoin pumped 2,700% when Trump won last time. This time he's pro Bitcoin and pro crypto. So if he wins today, we're going to the moon. Be prepared for the biggest bull run in crypto history. Amen. Shout out Shaikot. I appreciate you subbing to the #1 Daily Bitcoin Pod. Let's see what other facts I can kick it with you. Historical prices on election day. In 2012, $10. 2016, $709. 2020, $13,550. 2024, $70,000, $80. And my prediction for 2028, election day, $1,420. Send it and let's freaking go. Welcome everyone just joining the live stream. Good to have y'all here. Lasercat says, never below 70. You damn right. Shout out Dwayne Reeves. I appreciate the repost. He put crypto pump. Let's go. I vote for JV as having the #1 crypto news channel. Appreciate that, Matt McCrae. Shout out to the crypto surge. Steven just reposted Jabrowski. Again, short coin JC. Y'all the bomb diggity. But anyways, the show must go on. If you're new to the channel, important to smash the likes. Go ahead and subscribe. Then hit that sexy bell icon to turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, 365 days out of the year. Just like this. Today is pod 1809. I'm your fearless host, JV. Historic day. It's November 5th, election day here in the United States. So we're going to be discussing everything election related regarding the markets and what's happening with the price action and so on. So let's kick it right off. Without further ado, let's kick it with our market watch as we do each and every day. You should be able to see Coin 360 on your screen. Bitcoin sitting above 69,500, up 2.5% on the day. We already tapped 70,500. Expect more extreme volatility. You already know. Ether pull back and in the red, while BNB, Solana, Cardano still in the green. And checking out coinmarketcap.com. We're sitting on a 2.3 trillion market cap. The Bitcoin market cap itself is 1.37 trillion. We got 93 billion worth of volume in the past 24 hours, with the volume up 24%, ironically enough. Bitcoin dominance doing its thing all the way up to 59.5%. The Ether dominance is at a multi-year bottom of 12.6%. Things aren't really looking so well for Ether right now. Checking out top 100 crypto gainers past 24 hours. We got FET up 10%, MOG up 10%, and Tau up 9%. Which alts, if any, are you bullish on for the bull? Holla at your boy. And checking out the crypto bubbles, we get a visual perspective. Let's start on the daily. 90% of the market plus in the green today. So overall, pretty bullish. And zooming out for the monthly, I'd say 60-40 in the red. And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Today, we're same as yesterday at 70 in greed. Last week, a 72. And last month, dead in the middle with a 50. Neutral. And checking out the time chain calendar, survey says we have 180,979 blocks until Bitcoin halving 2028. And we're currently on block 869,021. And you can currently exchange $1 for 1,441 sats. So stack them sats accordingly. And welcome everyone just joining the live stream. Let's go. Rest in peace, Peanut the squirrel and Fred the raccoon. This one's for y'all. There is no second best. That's right, VZ. Diana, well, we are dumping right now. 69,492 from 70 G's earlier. Come on, Bitcoin. Holland for Trump. How about a triumphant Trump pump? Barry BTC. Shout out, Barry. Good to have you here, brother. Don, what's up, brother? Always an honor. You can't stop us. Bitcoin doesn't give us ish who wins or loses. This is just a fact. And don't forget, subscribe to the #1 Bitcoin music channel. That link hasn't been updated yet. The new channel is Chandy10-music, but you can still find it by doing a simple YouTube search. Just FYI. And Chandy, if you're watching, be sure to drop the new updated link as of the other day. One of the smallest towns up by the Canada border voted 3-3 tie after voting for the Dems for the last 4 presidential elections. Appreciate East Afro King. I appreciate that. Jesus Christ is king, and after him, Bitcoin is king. Amen. You know how it goes. God, family, and Bitcoin in that particular order for JV. God gets all the glory. Of course, family comes first, and then the Bitcoin, but the Bitcoin allows us to provide for the family and to honor God because we ain't got to be enslaved by the lizard folk. Amen to that one. When do we find out who won? Word on the streets, if it's a landslide victory, they can potentially announce the winner today. However, if it's neck and neck as they claim it is, in which I don't necessarily believe them, then it can take several extra days or weeks to rig the polls, which is what they did last election. So anything is possible. Jesus is Satoshi. Here's a quote from the high priest of Bitcoin, Max Kaiser. Bitcoin is God hacking humanity. I genuinely believe that. Jay Beezy says, trump it up. Let's trump it up. This one's for you, JC.
Pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You've got to pump it up.
Trump pump in play.
Pump it up.
God, fam, and Bitcoin. It don't get no greater than that. That's the new Holy Trinity. Just saying. Hit the likes, you bunch of degens. Appreciate the reminder there, JBZ, keeping it easy. If Jesus loved money, he would own Bitcoin. Whoa. Ring, ring. Shout out Crypto Surge. Good to have you on the stream. We already got 300 people here live and in the flesh. Let me check the X feed. Hezbollah is a trip. Trump Hezbollah. Guy's hilarious. But anyways, let me check the feed one more time, and then we'll get into today's technical analysis, a.k.a. astrology for the broskies. We'll be pulling up some of the live charts. Shout out DNA Noonan. Get in where you fit in. Love the BYC news, bro. Stacking the BTC. Stacking the sats. You already know. We got to trump it up. That's right, Adam. The lizard folk are running the economy and spreading the hate. Take that, evildoers. But anyways, let's continue with our technical analysis and what's happening in the markets right now. Extreme volatility. We're up, down, left, right, BA, select, start. Contra, infinite men. There's the cheat code on the NES. Just saying, broskies. Anyways, check this out, yo. Here you're looking at the 1 hour chart. Bitcoin jumped almost 4% today as U.S. presidential election volatility hit the crypto market. TradingView tracked a blitz Bitcoin price move near 70,300. Subsequent correction saw the Bitty swiftly return to 69.5, precisely where we're at the time of the live. But it was mostly short positions seeing liquidations as the abrupt surge caught the market by surprise. Quoting the analyst here. Sudden spot buying in unison as Beltuna shares. Some compared the landscape to the previous election years, which fellow trader Mustache considered the likelihood of the Bitcoin already having put in a local bottom. Quoting the analyst, imagine Bitcoin bottomed out just before the U.S. election. The majority assumed it would happen afterwards. That would be the perfect front run, to be honest. In 2020, the whole scenario look very similar. Deja vu, broskies. Deja vu. And as shared by Crypto Quant, the Bitcoin price has rallied after the last 3 U.S. presidential elections. The price of Bitcoin was up 37% in 2016. From the election day to the end of the year, the performance in the same period was 98% in 2020 and 22% in 2012. It is worth noting that the price of the Bitcoin in 2024 has performed very similar to 2016. And 2016, we saw like a 2,700% pump. Deja vu, let's freaking go. I'm so ready. This means that if there is a positive catalyst after the elections, prices can rally as they were not overvalued. Market volatility, meanwhile, confirmed the expectations as reporting trading firm QCP Capital share here. The crypto market is currently pricing in a 3.5% Bitcoin spot movement on the election night itself, and yet traders may be underpricing post-election risks. The current lack of volatility premium beyond the November 8th expiry suggests the markets expect a quick resolution, possibly underestimating potential delays or contested outcomes. Let me know your thoughts. Meanwhile, Charles Edwards, founder of quantitative Bitcoin and digital asset fund Capriole Investments, was among those who saw Bitcoin shrugging off the election to continue its bull run. Here, he argued this week inflows into the U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs spoke for themselves. That's right. So there you go. And now I want to read with you from my X account some interesting things. Historical Bitcoin prices on election day. Numbers don't lie here. In 2012, it was $10. In 2016, it was $709. In 2020, $13,500. And right now, today, it's 60,000. $60,000 or $69,500. And my prediction in 2028, hey, what the heck? $1,420. Send it. Let's freaking go. And Chandy, brand new music video. You can check that out, of course, on her new music channel. I encourage you to check that one out. And yeah, Bitcoin reclaimed 70 Gs this morning. There's the proof of work right there. I posted it. And as Ash Crypto pointed out, Bitcoin pumped 2,700% when Trump won last time. This time he's pro Bitcoin and pro crypto. So if he wins today, we're going to the moon. Could you imagine a 27x from 70,000? That would take us on the cusp of $2 million per coin. Let that one sink in, broskies. And in other news, Haley, the Hawktua girl, bullish on the biddy. It don't get no sexier than that. Ride the rockets, folks. Ride the rockets. And something the Bitcoin Archive pointed out, which is factual. Trump is for a Bitcoin strategic reserve, freeing Ross Ulbricht day one, firing Gary Gensler, and making the United States of America a Bitcoin mining hub. Kamala, crickets. She had her chance to embrace the Bitcoin and ultimately said no thanks. No argument from me there. That's pretty spot on. Let me know if you agree or disagree there. And let's check out some of the live charts, broskies. Here's some of the live charts via TradingView, via Coinbase. Again, massive volatility. You see a big green candle followed by a big red candle. This is the 1 hour chart. It shows us we hit a high of 70,500 on Coinbase, ballpark. We currently have a bull target on the 1 hour sitting at $71,900. Overall, though, we have a falling wedge formation. And zooming out from there, we'll check out the 4 hour. We'll get different looks. Again, live and in the flesh. We do have a blue bull target sitting at 81,003, which would take us to price discovery. Clearly a new all-time high with a Trump pump victory. Anything is possible. You never know. We may see 80 Gs today. What are your thoughts? The green target in the bull, it's a bullish pennant, 78.8. We do have a bullish pennant formation. We also have a red target, a modest target at 72.3. So you already know. And zooming out from the 4 hour, let's check out the 1 day. The 1 day chart says, we've had quite a run up and then we had quite a correction and we're retesting 69, 70,000 range live and in the flesh. And zooming out from the 1 day, we still have the bullish 1 week chart, which shows us that sexy cup and handle target sitting pretty at $124,000. So let that one sink in. And zooming out from the weekly, we take a quick glimpse of the 1 month. As you can see, past couple of months, we continue with the green bullish momentum, and we're currently in November, which is another historically bullish month. So you already know, fam. Welcome everyone to the live stream. History in the making to be made today, November 5th. We may find out who our next president is for the next 4 years, which hypothetically, or I should say ironically, is the same cycle as Bitcoin. Every 4 years, we have a halving, numbers go up. So there you have it. On our taxpayer money, says the VZ. You can set the alerts on your phone in the trading view. Right on. Sean says Bitcoin it is. Look, cameras everywhere and they watch you like a hawk. I need that app that works like an alarm for the Bitcoin price. Yeah, you can set those on trading view as Dankness pointed out, broskies. Hash rate all-time high. Another sign of the times. Great indicator as Bitcoin price tends to follow the hash. So as long as we're breaking out, reaching new all-time highs, I believe that hash rate shows the true value of Bitcoin, which is really closer to 400,000 per coin right now. That's as per Max Kaiser, the high priest himself. Happy 420. We got 420 people on the live stream. Let's go. I can feel the whole world is holding its breath right now.
Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up.
Shout out Max Durden. Again, we're live and in the flesh on X, Rumble, and YouTube. Anyone who reposts the stream or comments will get reposted, shouted out, and followed back. Mohammed Hillman, thank you. Don George, if Bitcoin is good enough for the Haktua girl, it's good enough for me. Exactly my sentiment. If it's good enough for the Haktua, it's good enough for the JV and for the Nipsey and for the rest of the CNA fam. Oh, Lee. You know how he gets down. Thank you, Max, and the rest of the fam for the reposts on the live stream. History in the making. Happy 420. Let's go. I got the Bitcoin price on my Apple Watch, says James. I don't have fear about the three-letter organization. My family is military. They have no reason to F with me. I dig it. Please don't crash, JV. I got to be very careful about what I say. I mentioned some things about another candidate yesterday, and immediately my stream froze, kicked me off of YouTube, and even my computer then after I got rebooted on its own, which is very rare. That's only ever happened maybe 3 times in the whole life of my iMac, and I've had this iMac for like 5 years. So extremely rare. What's the odds of that one? So I got to be very careful about what I say for sure. Hope Trump will win, save the USA from the down, especially on the censored version of the show in which we're streaming on the YouTube. That's why we have an uncensored version of the show. I say whatever the hell I want. If she don't talk to, I don't. What? Don't talk. I don't talk. What was the candidate Chase Oliver? Never heard of him. There's obviously some independents also running. However, I'm not familiar with those folk. Shout out to your grandpa. He went to go vote for Trump early this morning. Right on, Eric. Trump pump. Send it. Pump it up if you came and went long. When the dip hit, you just ape like King Kong.
Pump it up if you came and went long. When the dip hit, you just ape like King Kong.
And shout out James LC and my homie Eric the Red. Proof of work right there. I appreciate the repost, family. Let's get as many people on this stream as we can. It's much appreciated.
More than 5 sats in your stack, then get it on. Had the people on my back
to get a song. Eric Castro, cheers, brother. And welcome everyone joining the live. Let's go. But let's continue with the headlines because it's a big day and I got a lot to share. Next headline, Microsoft risks shareholder lawsuit if it ignores Bitcoin and the price continues to rise. That's right. Big news. Microsoft could risk being sued by shareholders if it decides not to invest in Bitcoin. Now we're talking. And the price increases, accordingly to a policy research center, driving a proposal to consider the digital asset. As I broke this news last week, live on the pod, they are voting the shareholders to adopt Bitcoin. Microsoft is one of the most successful companies in the entire world. They're holding on to hundreds of billions of dollars of cash. And if they invest into Bitcoin, like MicroStrategy, game on. That can send Bitcoin parabolic, surpassing the 6-figure milestone. You already know. So in December, Microsoft shareholders will vote on whether the company should conduct an assessment of investing in Bitcoin. The proposal is being pushed by the National Center for the Public Policy Research. Now, why do I feel they're likely to adopt Bitcoin? Who are their primary shareholders? Vanguard owns 9% of Microsoft. I know because I looked it up. And BlackRock, world's largest asset manager, owns 7+% of frickin' Microsoft. The same people who own the majority of MicroStrategy. And of course, they're bullish on the biddy, so you already know it's about to get lit. And shout out Jason Buck. He just gifted 10 MicroStrategy memberships to the channel. I'll congratulate everyone when we get through with this story. Thank you, Mr. Buck. So, Ethan Peck, Deputy Director of the NCPPR's Free Enterprise Project, said the proposal could put the firm in a tight spot if it ultimately decides not to invest into Bitcoin. Quoting Peck here. So should Microsoft publicly and explicitly determine in this assessment that it is not in the best interest of Microsoft shareholders to purchase any of the Bitcoin, then Bitcoin proceeds to increase in value, as it likely will, then there will be many grounds for shareholders to sue the company. They don't want these lawsuits, do they? Now, Microsoft board is recommending the shareholders vote against it, arguing they already evaluate a wide range of investable assets, including Bitcoin. Peck said that even if the proposal fails, it still opens up an important dialogue between Microsoft and the shareholders, and it could build momentum for a stronger resubmission next year in 2025. Quoting him again, whether or not this proposal passes, what Bitcoiners have done over the past week in forcing Microsoft to pay attention to this has been a massively important step towards the desired outcome of the proposal at Microsoft and other large companies. You're damn straight. Now, NCPPR describes itself as a nonpartisan, free market, independent, conservative think tank. In its initial pitch to Microsoft, the research center highlighted business intelligence firm MicroStrategy's Bitcoin investment strategy, noting it has outperformed Microsoft by over 300% this year, despite doing a fraction of the business of Microsoft. It is also said that the institutional and corporate adoption is becoming more commonplace, which is a fact through the Bitcoin ETFs. So you already know, more companies around the world likely to adopt the Biddy. And when that happens, game theory in full effect. So shout out Jason Buck. This one's for you, brother. We appreciate an entire 10 gifted MicroStrategy memberships to the fam. Congratulations, James Elsey, Leroy McCoy, Jacob Terillion, Brandon K, Johnny Crypto, Mr. Boot, Lazarus Han, Dynasty Wolf, Vance Willis, and Still Trill. You've all been hooked up with a MicroStrategy membership on the channel. On behalf of Jason Buck, that's very kind of you, broski. Greatly appreciate that. Thank you. Like I said, I saw a chart that made me completely confident in the Biddy, at least hitting at the most B target, 150 Gs, the most bullish target for the run. I see hitting 500,000. Send it. You might have to do the Trump watch on the Rumble to avoid the crashing, JV. Yes, I figured it out. Here's what I'm going to do, Oracle. We're going to keep the stream separate. So right now, this stream is for the podcast. We're going to do what we typically do. We'll have an uncensored version of the pod, and I'm going to start a new separate stream for the Pump Watch, because that'll give me an hour to actually feed myself and actually enjoy a dinner, walk Nipsey, take a shower, and then I'll come back. And I have a feeling there's no rush. I have a feeling we're not going to know the election winner till late night, if that. And if it's not this evening, it's probably going to be later on in the week. That's my assumption. I don't think it's going to be like 8 o'clock, we hear the winner, but I will be here streaming regardless. But I'm probably going to create a separate stream just to separate the Trump Pump Watch from the podcast for obvious reasons. So that's my thinking at the moment, family. What's up, family? Sorry I'm late. The Peanut resurrected. Let's go big. Yeah, that's right. They resurrected Peanut just like Lazarus being resurrected by Jesus. Peanut shall forever live. That's for sure, because of evil New York Department of Health, or just pure evil. Here's how we keep it. From dropping, everybody keep stacking and keeping hodling. We have made our own money system because we live in a broken system with a bunch of political goons. JV, don't forget to give out your monthly memberships. Ooh, that's right. It is a new month. We will do that. We'll do that today, but I'll save it towards the end of the stream because we'll have more eyeballs. So heads up, family. I'm going to be gifting more memberships. Already 11 memberships gifted. I'm going to gift 10 more today. It's a special day. So stay tuned. And if you're watching on X or Rumble, I invite you to the YouTube because I'm about to give out 10 more memberships. We already gifted 11. That's a blackjack, baby. There's going to be a total of 21 memberships gifted for free during today's live stream. Again, we already gifted 11. So let's freaking go. Celebrating the Trump pump. Mr. Key, go Trump. End the Howie test. Fire Gary Gensler. Fire Gary Gensler. Fire Gary Gensler. And hit that gong.
So let's manifest, create.
And again, everyone reposting and commenting the stream. We appreciate you guys. Digital Dankness, thank you, brother. KMS, thank you, brother. Stank Face, Nate, Lee, Diana, She put the best crypto alpha. Respect.
Celebrate and anticipate Bitcoin soaring, going. Come on, we waited so long. So hit that gong. I'ma bang it, a roll of and those vibes.
And free Ross. That's right. Fire Gary and free Ross in the same day. We call that a double victory. Membership, me baby. Let's go, Trump. That's right. You actually got to be on the YouTube stream, family, and logged in to your account to qualify to win in the free giveaway. I'm going to be blessing another 10 folks with a MicroStrategy membership of the channel. Absolutely free. Already 11 gifted. So make some noise for that and let's go. But anyways, let's continue with the headlines, shall we? Let's discuss the latest with Fundstrat's Tom Lee. He made some recent predictions. Headline reads, Fundstrat's Tom Lee says market set to rally into the year end, regardless of the election winner. That's right. In a new CNBC interview, Lee says that while the election has caused some trades to reverse, it also placed cash on the sidelines and ready to boost the markets when the uncertainty has passed. Quoting him here from the recent interview, I am bullish only in the sense that the election uncertainty has caused people to de-risk and the cash to sit on the sidelines. But the fundamentals have been good. Earnings seasons have been very good. The Fed is dovish, and I don't think it is going to matter who ends up in the White House, even if it's a split Congress or a sweep. I think markets do pretty well either way. So it sets up for a really good rally into the year end. But when it starts in November, it's just what we don't know. And when asked about Warren Buffett's recent moves to hold more cash, Lee says Berkshire Hathaway chairman will likely have to rethink his position next year when rates go down and holding cash becomes more costly. You hear that, Microsoft? Now, Buffett recently dumped $10.5 billion worth of his Bank of America shares. Down with the Bank of America. And slashes, I hate JP Morgan as well. I mean, that's Jamie Dimon's company and Wells Fargo. Those are the big three. He says their holdings are going to go to zero. He also says, I know part of it is he's anticipating capital gains taxes, which could change. So he is taking those gains now. And he is not necessarily having a big cost of money because he's earning 5%. But next year, the cost of money is going to drop, so I'll have some pressure to deploy it. Let me know if you agree or disagree with Fundstrat's Mr. Thomas Lee. And do you think people like Warren Buffett, who once called Bitcoin rat poison square, will ever come around and embrace the biddy because they have no choice? Let me know your thoughts. Let's get this party started, bud. Who's bringing the bud? Where's Bring Facts at? Who remembers Superman's dog's name? I don't recall. Was it Nipsey? I'm curious. Watch and listening on X while I shower and streaming in the tube to the 75-inch. The fam will take the orange pill, like it or not. You got to do what you got to do, Eric. This one's for the fam, holding it down. Rules. Don't disrespect anyone on the stream. Don't spam the chat. Don't dox anyone in the chat. And don't start crap in the chat. Pretty basic rules to abide by. And welcome everyone on the live stream. We got 700 people here live and in the flesh. Historic day amongst us. Trump pump. We have the election day. Are they going to announce the winner? Who's going to win? We have 221 votes in the poll. Who did you vote for? Trump? The woman that starts with a K? I won't mention her name no more after what happened yesterday. Or you didn't vote or other. Let me know. Shout out to Bluebird, best Bitcoin channel. Just reposted you. Shout out Dankness, free monthly membership giveaway at the end of the hour. You nailed it. Before we end the YouTube stream, I will give out 10 additional free memberships for the fam. That's a blackjack. 21 gifted memberships today. That's right, Eric. Migrate over to the tube. It's a win-win. I mean, if that doesn't get you to the tube, nothing's going to get you guys to the tube. But I appreciate it, family. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Warren Buffett, I took one good quality from him of advice: never invest in anything for 4 minutes. You wouldn't hold for 4 years. I stuck to my plan. Good advice. If you're not going to hold on to something for 4 years, why invest into it? That's a great perspective, especially with Bitcoin as well. Huddle be thy name. Shout out Pete, shout out King, Trump or dump. I got an oil tanker, the best puff pastime, Trump pump. Let's go. Bitcoin's up over 2,000 on the day. Can we add a zero to that? If Trump wins, can we send that mofo to 89,000 per coin today? Can we make that a reality? What do you guys say? You got to pump it up, don't you know, pump it up. You gotta trump it up, yo.
To get a song, Red broke, have a toke,
we smoked them like a bomb. JV just smashed them with the gong.
Oh yeah, we
Heard Kramer report that.
heard Kramer report that.
Thank you.
He said
We bought more bags till we got a sore back. You can't short your dork. You can't afford that. Screw Buffett. Exactly. Those hit the likes, 206 viewers, only 67 likes. We got to get the likes up, family. Historic day. 800 people on the stream between X, Rumble, and the YouTube. Don't sleep. Maybe Bitcoin does go parabolic to six figures today. The truth is we don't know what's going to happen, and the future is yet to be determined. It's up to us to determine our future. Do you understand that? That's the bigger picture. It's up to us. You are Satoshi. Everyone is Satoshi minus Craig Wright. We're all Satoshi. Forever, Laura. What do we call plebs that store the value of the fiat monopoly? We call them, folks, unfortunate. Unfortunate. Yes, the Jesus candle. You ready? Let's continue, family. Continue pumping the likes. Pump the stream. Next story of the day. Reverse Kramer. If inverse Kramer is right, then Trump already won. That's right. Television personality, everyone's favorite financial advisor, Jim Cramer, may have indirectly signaled a victory for Trump in the election. Monday, November 4th, Cramer reviewed the stock market performance and said that the move showed growing investor confidence in a victory for President K in the 2024 presidential election. Quoting him here, "I'm not sure the market's right about what a Miss K presidency would mean for business, but at least now we have a blueprint for what Wall Street thinks it'll mean." Some investors are taking Cramer's K prediction as a sign of a Trump victory due to the phenomenon known as the inverse Kramer effect, which all the crypto bros are familiar with, which sees the opposite outcome of Cramer's predictions come to pass like clockwork. Now, Cramer's prediction came a day ahead of the election day in the U.S., where crypto is becoming a political focal point for the first time in history. The inverse Kramer trend led to the ETF aiming to profit from shorting Kramer stock tips. However, the ETF was closed and liquidated after just 10 months, attracting $2.4 million in investment, returning a negative 15% since its launch, highlighting Kramer's predictions are not always wrong. Well, even a broken clock is right at least twice a day, as they say. However, polymarket odds flipped in Trump's favor big time October 4th, marking a sharp reversal from September. And by October 12th, Trump was leading by over 10 points. And today he's up by over 20 points on the polymarket. You know what I mean? Website. And if someone can look it up right now, when I looked it up earlier, it was like 62% in Trump's favor. Polymarket whales, investors with large amounts at the Capitol, continue betting millions on a Trump victory, even on election day. Earlier, November 5th, an unidentified whale, Wallet Mobile, deposited $5 million in USD coin on the polymarket to back Trump, with $2.8 million already placed, according to Look On-Chain data, as outlined here. And another whale, the largest Trump backer, withdrew an additional $3 million in USDC for Trump bets on November 5th. The mysterious whale holds over $18.5 million worth of yes votes for Trump, with a current unrealized profit of over $528,000. Now, as reported, that 4 out of the 6 largest Trump voting accounts on Polymarket were controlled by the same entity known as Freddie Quadruple Nine, who helped bolster Trump's odds above 60% by buying over $20 million worth of yes shares up on October 18th. However, transaction patterns suggest the account is unrelated to the Polymarket accounts controlled by Freddie. Moreover, the mysterious whale has surpassed all the accounts associated with Freddie, becoming the biggest Trump bettor on Polymarket with over 29.4 million yes shares. So there you have it, yo, as the election gets closer and closer to a winner. Be sure to get out there and vote for Trump, says Jackie Tugger. Orange man, orange coin. Let's freaking go. Good plan for a separate stream for the Pump Watch, JV. Thank you, Diana. 100, because we can keep the Trump Pump Watch going a very long time. We don't have to end it any specific time. If we have to, we'll run it all night. Yeah, I mean, if there's no clear, decisive winner, we'll have an all-night Pump Watch, and we'll wake up. Maybe we'll have an election winner. But there's also the possibility election interference, aka cheating, and not knowing who the winner is till later in the week. Expect the unexpected, as they say. 61.7% Trump in the lead on Polymarket. Let's go. Imagine you hodling gold coins like a pirate when you said that, shouty. Hilarious. Hey, JV, will you stay alive until the election? Here's what I'm going to do. We're going to do the pod as we normally do it. And then we're going to create an additional stream maybe an hour after we end the pod. That way I have sufficient time to actually feed myself and walk the nip and take a shower and refresh. And then we'll do an all-night pump watch for the Trump election. How's that sound, family? If that sounds good to you, make some noise and let's make it happen. I bet the election isn't finalized before Friday. That's what people are saying. What happened to Fred the raccoon? Unfortunately, he was euthanated by the New York State Department of Health, looking out for animals by euthanizing them. You know how they do. That polymarket whale is Buffett hedging his Harris bet. Always go reverse Kramer. Peanut coin to the moon. Rest in peace, Peanut. Dude, if Trump wins, we're all going to be filthy rich. You filthy animals. Shout out Dan Doyle. I appreciate the subscription, brother. That hat is sick. I know. Orange man, orange hat, orange election, orange victory. How do you like those apples? Bitcoin's up over 2,000 on the day. That's a fantastic thing. The wonderful thing about the Bitcoin is Bitcoin the wonderful thing.
But more bags, till we got a sword back.
You can't short your dork, we can't afford that.
Wait for the pump to come.
You should have bought that crypto to zero. They really thought that. Silly reptiles. Welcome to the stream, family. Not if Trump wins, it's when Trump wins, brother. Bitcoin already knows the outcome. To the moon, where no human being has gone before. Precisely. Welcome, everyone joining us. We're streaming live and in the flesh. We're on X, Rumble, and YouTube. Historic day, November 5th, Election Day. 900 people on the stream. Still got a lot to share. I'm going to read a couple of more comments, and we'll continue with the headlines. To the 21 million illegal immigrants voting, I pray you guys see if Miss K let you across. It's time for you guys to jump ship and vote Trump. Y'all have jobs unlike if she gets in. To be honest, it doesn't matter who wins. They all need the biddy. Bitcoin don't need them. Preach. 19 Imperial. 225,000 by the end of the year. Send it. Just subscribe from my girl's laptop. I got you, JV. Shout out to Eric and his girl and his entire Bitcoin fam. Let's go. Spin drift. Cheers to the Trump pump. Bitcoin's already up 2 G's on the day and we're just getting started. We're still stretching. This is still warm-ups, family. You ain't seen nothing yet. Repost the stream on X. Spread the word. Let them know JV's live. History in the making day. You feel me? Let's go. Coin Guru Girl. Thank you for the posts. And keep the comments flowing. I'm going to take another sip of the spin drift. We'll continue with the headlines. Let me tell you something. So yeah, yo. Next headline, we discuss inverse Kramer. Now let's discuss the 120,000 target. And then we'll discuss $1 million Trump pump. And then we'll do some live Q&A, and then we'll move on to the uncensored version of the pod. And let's do something huge today. What if Bitcoin just soared to 120,000 today? Could you imagine that? I actually can. I exercise my imagination. Here's something I learned a long time ago. The mind is a muscle. And just like a muscle, the more you exercise the power of your imagination in your mind, the stronger your mind becomes. And the more powerful it becomes. So you can create alchemy using the power of the mind. It's called manifestation, right? And you too can manifest anything you can imagine in the mind. You can actually manifest. That's the power of exercising your imagination. However, most human beings have no imagination. All they do is watch TV and be programmed to believe in whatever the lizard people tell them. You know what I mean? So start exercising that imagination. Let's visualize $120,000 Bitcoin price here in November. Let's turn that imagination into a reality, because that's alchemy, my friend. And let's raise consciousness at the same time. You feel me? I'm speaking nothing but truth right now, broskies. So here we go. Bitcoin touched 69 G's on the U.S. election day, November 5th, as key on-chain metric flipped bullish, suggesting a Bitcoin uptrend to 120,000 intact. In fact, when we did our TA, I showed you on the weekly chart, 124,000 still in play. Don't get her twisted. Bitcoin's attempted to reclaim the 2022 all-time high. In fact, we're already above it. We're at roughly 69.5. We already tapped 70,500-ish as a local high on the day. But in a market currently influenced by numerous macro-elected issues, analysts at market intelligence firm CryptoQuant opted for the traditional approach, utilizing the MVRV indicator to indirectly assess the Bitcoin current value. So here's what he had to share. He found that the MVRV indicator recently surpassed the 365-day moving average and is presently above the 4-year average, which typically reflects the Bitcoin cycle. Quoting him here, this suggests the upward trend remains intact, and generally, the cycle peak tends to occur when the MVRV reaches levels between 3 and 3.6. Supposing the realized value remains constant at 43 to 77% increase is necessary for the MVRV ratio, accompanying commentary added. Quoting him again, when applied to the Bitcoin, this translates to a target of $95,000 to $120,000. Send it. And to put this into perspective, broskies, the analysts explain that as the market rises with new buying interest, there is likely to be an uptick in the RV as well, and a peak could be formed above these levels when the previous cycles are taken into consideration. Quoting them again, while Bitcoin has risen significantly over the past year, it has only returned to the average level on the MVRV indicator. The upward momentum is still being maintained. Meanwhile, independent analyst Mags noted that the Bitcoin hash ribbon had printed the buy signal, another bullish indicator. That's what's up. Hash ribbon for the win. This shows an expansion of Bitcoin surging to $102,000. Next stop is the 1.618 Fibonacci level. So you already know, bullishness in the markets. But anyways, let me know if you agree, disagree with the analysts before we dive into our feature story of the day. Discuss Bitcoin being propelled to $1 million per coin. And welcome everyone to the live stream. Roughly 1,000 people here live and in the flesh. Good to see the fam, a lamb in the building. ChatGPT will answer what real manna is, gives you the recipe for the good health. Manna that is in the Bible. Good to note there, dankness. Everybody take a deep breath and smoke a bowl. Get your popcorn and peanuts, not the squirrel peanut. For the circus slideshow we're watching, it's all by design. I think we're being tested. How strong are you? Asked VZ. Hey, JB, have you studied philosophy? You are very philosophical, brother. Absolutely. I studied Eastern philosophy, the likes of Lao Tzu, as we know as Lao Tzu. You know what I mean? Coming from China. The Tao Te Ching, which we know as the Tao Te Ching. I don't know you guys pronounce it here in America, but I study a lot of Eastern philosophy, 100%, all the greats. Confucius as well. Now, Western philosophy, that's a different story. I've never been fascinated with Westerners. I mean, it is what it is. About effing time. Shout out Dirty. Welcome to the stream, brother. I remember one point in the past 4 years when I was a new rookie and threw down 47,000 into a Bitcoin and Ether. I never gave up and I watched it go to 15 G's, kept buying now. Look at me now. Look at me now, Mom. Look at me now. Exactly, brother. Puerto Rico. Mona. I wish I still had all the biddies I lost trading. You live, you learn, brother. What time will the results be in? The reality is nobody knows. So we're just going to be doing a Trump pump watch regardless. If the results come in, the results come in. If the results don't come in for 2 more years, hey, they fixed the polls. That's all I can say. Power of never giving up. Amen. Now my dollar cost stage dropped from 48 to 28. Word up, brothers. And welcome everyone joining the live stream. Stay tuned. As soon as we finish our feature story, I'm going to be gifting 10 memberships. We already gifted 11 memberships live on stream on the YouTube channel. I encourage the 900 of you watching on Rumble and X to visit the YouTube channel today. Subscribe to the pod. And yeah, that way you get entered to win. And all you got to do is be on the stream. It's totally random. I don't choose the folk. The algorithm chooses it. So as long as you're logged in on YouTube watching the stream, you are entered to win as soon as I gift these memberships here in a little bit. So take note of it. Shout out Alex Chavez. Trump for the win. That's Chandy's brand new music channel. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Brand new music videos being added by the minute. How do I figure out my DCA? All you got to do is ultimately take all the prices you purchased the biddy at and then divide it by some magic number and you get a magic formula. I mean, you can figure it out, brother. If you have 1 million buys, it may take a long time to figure out, but I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, short coin. I did what I took my alts before. I ate the ish hard and converted the back into the biddy, canceled my losses. I'm a warrior. I'm going to win. All we do is win, win, win no matter what. Biddy on my mind. I'ma never give it up. Nipsey's paws stay up and they stay there.
Now, we all know Bitcoin is the best asset.
There is no second best. When do they start counting the votes? I believe they've already started the count. Some predictions, if Miss K wins, will it significantly affect the pick of the bull run? Smash the likes. Please, family. Historic day right now. 1,000 people on the stream. We're just getting started. So, yeah. Welcome to the stream. Keep the comments flowing. We're live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. Bitcoin up over 2,000. Trump pump haven't even began. Mark my words. Now for our feature story of the day, family. Hellish U.S. debt scenario compel. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Now for our breaking story of the day. Hellish U.S. debt scenario can propel Bitcoin to $1 million per coin. So let's break this prediction down, especially with a Trump pump, family. We have this guy named Sebastian Serrano, CEO of the Argentina-based crypto exchange Ripio. He predicts that Bitcoin will reach $1 million by 2030. JV says we can hit $1 million by 2028, driven by the rise of the U.S. public debt and the devaluation of the all not so mighty U.S. dollar. How do you like that? Sebastian Serrano, CEO of Ripio, one of the largest Argentine crypto exchanges, predicts Bitcoin to reach $1 million by 2030. Let me know if you agree, disagree. And while this prediction entails a price increase of over 1,300% in the next 6 years, Serrano believes a particular scenario might create the conditions for this possible future to unfold. Ripio CEO predicts the U.S. will keep increasing its public debt, whether Miss H or Trump wins the upcoming elections. Yes, I don't say her name no more because when I mentioned her name yesterday, you know what happened. My stream immediately froze and kicked me off of all my streaming you can't make the ish up, so I won't say her name no more. Or Trump wins the upcoming elections as the victor will be forced to maintain the current level of spending. Nonetheless, he also acknowledges that the Bitcoin price will face a correction if Miss H clenches the victory, at least in 2024, quoting him here. In the long term, the fiscal state has no other option but to devalue the currency. Facts. The U.S. debt is already $35 trillion and growing. This debt increase will also increase the value of the financial assets across the board, bringing a devaluation of the dollar, as the U.S. government will have no choice but to resort to money printing to fulfill its commitments. And that's a fact. Regardless of who's in office, the money printer continue to go burr. This debt skyrocketing scenario will cause the global investors to seek refuge in safe haven assets, including gold and Bitcoin, depending upon their preferences. The elderly will run to gold, and the new generations will buy the Bitcoin. Well, yeah, maybe if you're older than Peter Schiff, maybe you run to gold, but still silly because Peter Schiff is the Schiffmeister for a reason. Now, Serrano's opinions line up with what many investors are expecting. In September, Bitwise CIO Matt Hoogan also reinforced the role of Bitcoin as a hedge against public debt, stating it represented the ultimate insurance policy against our government royally messing up the U.S. dollar. Also, we have rich dad Robert Kiyosaki referring to Bitcoin similarly, inviting investors to exit the United States dollar and invest in the precious metals or the one and only OG, BTC. So there you have it, yo. Here's my personal thoughts. 1 million can happen when you least expect it. Can it happen this cycle? It's a possibility, but I think it's most probable next cycle. I think 2028, next year of the halving, that's as soon as we may see $1 million price target. For this particular cycle, I've said it before, I'll say it again. The Bitcoin is your friend. I see my bottom target, which I think will be next year. We hit the cycle peak, 220,000 bear scenario. JV's bull scenario, 750,000 for this cycle, which I also think will most likely come into play next year. So somewhere between 222 and 750. The median is roughly at the $500,000 mark, right in alignment with Plan B's stock to flow model, which suggests Bitcoin above 500,000 per coin post 2024 halving, which is currently where we're at, and especially being we're in Q4, especially with sovereign wealth fund adoption, pension fund adoption, nation state adoption, ETFs, institutional FOMO like a mofo. You already know. Another thing I want to tell the people from the words of wisdom, being in the game for 4 years, when the Bitcoin hits the target, because we all have different takes, 5% on the side. Exactly. Gold to 4,000, Bitcoin 125. Yeah, Max Kaiser said for every dollar gold moves up, Bitcoin will 20x it. So you want 20x or 1x? You know what I mean? Rumble soon. 245 bear scenario, 770,000 bull. Let's motherfucking go. Have a plan ahead of the time. What are you doing with the profits? As soon as it should pull the 5% of the plan, you start to buy the alts. Bitcoin, 500,000 to 750 cycle peak 2025. Send it. The Oracle has spoken. Welcome everyone to the Q&A segment of the stream. I'm going to go ahead and gift 10 memberships. First, we're going to end the poll. Then we're going to gift 10 memberships. So road call for everyone watching the stream. We have 1,100 people on the live between X, Rumble, and YouTube. If you're on YouTube, you're going to have a chance to win a free membership. We already gifted out 11. We're going to gift out 10 more because that's a blackjack. 21, baby. So let me go ahead and end the poll, and then I'll gift the 10 memberships. Here's the results of who our audience voted for. Survey says, here we go. 73% voted Trump. 3% voted for Miss K. Only 3%, let that sink in. 16% did not vote, and 6% voted other. Good to note, family, the people have spoken. The people have spoken. Now let's gift out some memberships, shall we? Give me a second to gift the memberships here. Membership gifting. We can do up to 5 at a time. So I'm going to do 5 and 5 more. Back to back, baby. Make some noise for that. Here we go. Congratulations to Carlos Marcelo. You've just been gifted with a MicroStrategy membership of the channel. Shout out Armstrong. You've just been hooked up, brother. Chris FPV. You're now a MicroStrategy membership of the channel. And shout out Mercy Tube. You've been hooked up. And shout out David Wilson. You've been blessed. Shout out to all the new members. We're going to gift 5 more for a total of 21. Let's hit that gong. All right, 5 more memberships about to be gifted. You got to be in it to win it, family. Pump the likes, pump the stream. Let's go. 5 more gifted memberships. Congratulations to... We have, here we go. Larone Williams, you've just been hooked up. Vigs88, you've just been hooked up. AI Griff, you've been blessed. Ryan B, you've been hooked up. And Frank Roca, you've all been hooked up with a MicroStrategy membership of the channel. So welcome all the new members. All right, fam, we're going to end the YouTube stream and continue uncensored on X and Rumble. I strongly encourage you to visit the Rumble, rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. Let's freaking go. Yeah, and the YouTube stream.